just keep working. That kind of ties into the hater thing. If you work, you can prove anybody wrong. I don't care who you is. Just keep working, put your head down, and then just get into your little zone, lock in.
Everybody got 1,000 different things going on, and so if you allow yourself to get caught up in that, and you don't take a second to understand what you're going through and understand how things make you feel, then it's gonna keep bottling up. It's gonna get to a point and it's gonna explode.
I don't want to be average. You know what I'm saying? Always want to be the best at what I do, and if I am doing something, I want to be the best at it no matter what.
Welcome back to the DJ Henderson Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Henderson, and this is Season 6, Episode 9. Today we got a recap episode of Season 2, the second half of Season 2. A couple seasons ago, I did a recap of the first part of Season 2, but now we're doing a recap of the second half of Season 2. The people that are included on this episode are AJ Hampton, Noah Biglow, Bryce Beamer, Tre Dukes, and Jalen White. All these guys had amazing episodes on the show. I'm really thankful for these guys. They helped me start off my show. This is Season 2. We're now on Season 6, almost to Season 7. So make sure you tune into this episode. Not a long one, just a bunch of key bits that they gave that I thought were important. Season 6 will be coming to an end next week. The season finale will be next week. We'll have an interview like normal for next week. After that interview next week, we'll be off to Season 7. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting the show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. It'll help out a lot. Drop a like. All that stuff helps. And we're going to get right into this episode.
Just keep working. That kind of ties into the hater thing. If you work, you can prove anybody wrong. I don't care who you is. Just keep working, put your head down, and then just get into your little zone, lock in. Because humans can do some crazy things, and you just got to put your mind to it. So, that's kind of really all it is. I've seen players that I was like, dang, bro, you got to step it up. Come back next year, locked in on a whole other level, stuff like that. So really just put your head down. Don't really listen to anybody and just go to work.
What motivates you to just keep going and keep working hard, keep chasing your dreams, keep doing what you're doing?
The fact that I don't want to be average. You know what I'm saying? Always want to be the best at what I do. And if I am doing something, I want to be the best at it no matter what. Just don't want to. Like I said, football was never my first sport. I always loved basketball. But I know if I'm going to be playing some football, I ain't go sugarcoat it and slack off of it. I'm going to be the best I can at it, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably what really motivates me the most, just knowing that if I'm going to do something, okay, let's do it the right way and do it 100%. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You got to do it all the way if you're going to do it.
Yep.
I would say it's extremely important, man, because you got to think nobody is going to check up on you but you. And everybody got 1,000 different things going on. And so if you allow yourself to get caught up in that and you don't take a second to understand what you're going through and understand how things make you feel, then it's going to keep bottling up. It's going to get to a point and it's going to explode. Like I said, I spent my first year here and I wasn't spiritual. I wasn't social. I wasn't aware of my own conscience. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, compared to how I operate now, I felt like a robot. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just trying to I need to be good on the court. I need to make sure my grades good. And I was just focused on so much on that. I ignored everything else. And my mental health then started to spiral, honestly. And so once I was able to see things from a different perspective and a different lens and understand that just because I'm a basketball player and just because people expect these things of me and just because of blah, 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 doesn't mean I'm not still human, you know? And so just once you begin to understand that aspect and you find value in your own feelings and emotions, then stress takes care of itself because you know how to deal with every type of situation. Is how I approach it.
Has being in college helped you grow over the years?
Oh yeah, of course. Just learning a lot of life lessons, especially what I've been through. You learn a lot of life lessons. You meet a lot of good people. One of the main things that they tell you in college too is networking. Just like they say, time management is important. Hey, so is networking. So whoever you meet, you may bump into, somebody that, that don't really talk much in class, just have a conversation with them because you never know that person could easily, in a few years own the business and you're looking for a job and they say, hey, you know what? I remember you, I remember you used to, talk to me when nobody else did in college. Hey, let me offer you this job. Let me, coming out of college, you feel me? Let me offer you, $60,000 right out of college, $70,000 starting right after college. Well, only a bachelor's, So it's just I've actually heard like too many stories. I actually know too many stories of people, after college, needing a job, or, they working with a friend that they met from like a sorority or fraternity, or, from teammates to classmates. So I'd probably say like that's just the main thing, really, just networking. You got to network.
How has your mindset just been affected by just the COVID pandemic?
Well, on a basketball standpoint, it really shows you, not to take practices and workouts and everything for granted. I know, like, when everything was good and everything was normal, it was like, man, it was a drag sometimes to go through practice, but you can't think that because now you're on a clock. That ball's really going to stop bouncing here in a few days, in like a few years. And, time is short. You never know. You can have a knee injury again and you'll be done. So without hooping for what? How many months? Like 7 months? It's crazy, So you can't work out with your guys, So like here, you can't work out at home. You can't go play pickup. They took the rims down. It's just, so it's so hard to get back in that groove and that same state that you were before. But while we were home, we just lift 6 days a week, run every day, a minimum of, I had a shooting machine at the house. I got it from one of the local high schools that I know, just shooting every day, trying to keep everything, where it is. And so when I get up to school and I'm ready, I don't want to be out of shape, or I don't want to have my shot not falling, or whatever the case may be. So it was hard, but you got to fight through that adversity like I've been doing for these years. It was nothing new.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. What was it like just staying down, like knowing that you had the talent, you felt like you could do it, but just now, like this year's cracking the starting rotation, like what is it like just going through that and just continue to stay at it even though you're not getting the results and seeing the playing time that you want?
Tough. This shit's so tough. Like I don't know. Like I said, when I got suspended my sophomore year, I got suspended the first 8 games. Came back, tried to do all the right things. Got suspended again. So like that whole year, I think I only played 3-4 games out of 13. So that really, like during that time frame of not being with my teammates, guys that I call my friends, my brothers, not being able to, to be with them, just really I've been by myself. I really had a lot of time to think. And that's when the time frame I was just like, I think I'm done with football. I called my dad, called my mom, talked to them, and they told me, stick it out. And then next year, bouncing back, having a pretty good season, but still not, getting the recognition, that I wanted, and not having that confidence and not playing with that swagger like I did, like when I first got here and everything, or like in high school leading up to here. And then now this year, just like during quarantine, like just telling myself, like I'm working out probably like 3-4 times a day over quarantine just to keep myself busy. And just like saying like for the day, like we come back to practice, I want to be able to take over. And that's exactly what I did when fall camp came around. They had me like, I think they had me number 2 or number 3 on the depth chart. And I ended up being their top guy at the end of it in a matter of like 2 weeks of camp. So you just got to stay down, bro, until you come up, really. That's about it. That's all I can say.
What is it like being a student athlete?
Man, it's whatever you make of it. It can be really stressful if you allow yourself to not get organized. The best thing you can do is get yourself on the schedule. And I know that's to sit there and look into a 17-year-old's eyes and tell them, hey, I know your whole life going to change, but you need to have a schedule to be organized. It's like talking to a wall. But the best, honestly, if you can get it to a point where in and out what you got to do every single day, and you can plan out and you can see it, it allows you to manage things. Because once you get to college, there's going to be so many things thrown at you every day. You got weights, you got workouts, you got your own professional, your own individual workouts, you got talks with your coach, you got film, you got classes, you got study hall, and you still got all the other social stuff that I ain't even got to yet. You still got a life, and you can't ignore that also. And so the best way to do that was just to get organized and get organized early, because once you get overwhelmed and you get in that hole, bro, it ain't no climbing out.
How long did it take you to realize the importance of time management and scheduling things like you just said?
Honestly, bro, it took me a year. And I'll say that because I thought I had it figured out. I was doing good on the court and I was making really good grades. And so I was like, okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I had no social life my first year up here. Like, I was really like, bro, I literally was in the locker room or in my room. Like, that was it. And so, but I thought I was okay because I was striking all the boxes. But I look back and it's like, am I even happy? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it took me until, I want to say, homecoming my freshman year. I finally said forget it. And I was like, man, I went out with the guys. And, bro, it was like the best night of my life, literally, bro. And ever since then, it was just like, okay, like, it allowed me to open up more and be more social. And that was what finally unlocked my experience here at the Corporals.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. What would be your best advice that you would give somebody that's going through the recruiting process right now or might possibly be going through it soon?
One, you got to work. You got to put in the work. Obviously, coaches will find you. If you really want to get an offer, oh, my bad. If you really want to get an offer, at the end of the day, all you got to do is work. Because coaches are going to find the players. At the end of the day, if you're good, the coach is going to find you. So by putting in that work, working every day, separating yourself from the people that don't have the same mindset as you. I'm not necessarily saying you don't have to hang out and you can't chill, go to parties and stuff like that. But in terms of knowing what you want to do, if you really want to do something, you're going to do extra, and you can go over and beyond just to be great, set the standard. So that's obviously one thing. Your lowest has to be the highest, and you got to think you're also competing with other people around the country, because a lot of people want to play Division I football. A lot of people want to go to the NFL. So you got to think, by me doing this, if I'm sitting here playing the game, I wonder what this other kid's doing. Maybe he's doing push-ups. Maybe he's doing, DB drills. So while he's over here getting better, I'm over here playing the game, chilling. I mean, you gotta prioritize. You gotta have your standards right. You gotta have your mind right. You gotta know what you want to do, because I mean, it's not gonna be easy. But I mean, you know what you're signing up for, and if you really want to do it, there's nothing that's gonna stop you from doing that. So, I mean, just keep working. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Work. I mean, if you have time, put in work. Do push-ups in your free time. Get a deck of cards. At each game, do a set of push-ups. I mean, who knows? You could always find a way to get better. I mean, it's just 1%.
For sure. A lot of people don't understand that until they start getting higher up in the levels. Like, your sport it's still your sport, but it's a business for sure.
It's a business. The coach is getting paid. You're not producing, that coach can't go home and feed his family because he just got fired. You feel me?
Scholarship it's not a 4-year scholarship.
Nope. That is the thing about that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, they think, oh, I got my scholarship. I signed my like each semester you sign in a new scholarship. So after the fall break, after the fall is up, you gotta sign a new scholarship for the spring, because that coach can easily say, well, I don't think I want to bring you back, or I don't think this is gonna work out. You feel me? Or you're not academically, ineligible. So, hey, you sign in the scholarship every semester that you hear, basically, or every year.
Through my 4 years, or three and a half that I was there, I was in the gym every day. I didn't spend one lunch period in the lunchroom. You weren't really supposed to go anywhere else. You had to stay like in that area, but I just stayed in the gym the whole time. I'd get workouts, whether I was my first year where I wasn't on the team, all the way to my senior year, all the way to the last day until I graduated. I just ate my food in the gym, and then once I was done, lace up, get the gun out, work on stuff. Put the gun away, do dribbling drills, get a workout with Coach Garcia, hit the weight room and come back, and then get ready for class.
I know people probably don't know from the outside, but I know just from being friends with you in high school, you're big in your faith, big in your faith in God. Talk to me about that and how you feel about that. Y'all also don't know, y'all need to add AJ on Snapchat. Every Sunday, man, we get a show. My man be jamming to his gospel music, dancing. Tell me about that.
I feel like one thing that's faith. I was raised in a very religious family, and that's always been like a great background, and it's helped me to also keep my mind focused and just have that really just religious background and just that connection with the Lord, and just being able to talk to Him about my problems, knowing that I'm always going to be I'm going to be okay, and I know that I'm going to be successful because I know what He's promised me. So just knowing that and knowing that whatever I do, he has a plan for me, allows me to go every day 100%. No matter what it is, I'm going to give my best. Because I know His plan for me is greater. And I may not know it now, but I know that it's gonna be pay off in later off in life. And then in terms of just how like I use that in football and just in every day, like especially when times are rough, I know I just read the Bible. Also talking to my mom and just dad about stuff like that. It's able to really it's kind of opened us up as a family, and it's just able to it's kind of taught me how to talk more about my just feelings and stuff like that. And I mean it's just also, I mean, being a Christian, we just go to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, Saturdays sometimes too, depending on. So I was always in church every day, all day. So I was kind of just been born around it, choir, all of that. I mean, we all know how it is. Chameleon. So, been around it my whole life. That ain't going nowhere.
Facts. I definitely used to be in the choir days, used to be singing. Yeah. I was a tenor, even though my voice probably wasn't even that deep. But I like everything you just said. I tell myself all the time, walk by faith, not by sight. Like you said, God has a plan for you. I feel the same way. I just feel like as long as I'm being like giving glory to Him and just being a good person, like I'll always be in good hands. I'll be successful. Even like you said, also, even though you don't know exactly what's meant for you, what's for you in the future, what His plan is for you, I feel like if you just stay focused on Him, keep your faith in Him, just be a good person, do the right things. Like I feel like it'll always work out. You'll always be right. If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show.